Wonderful. So it's James from the Queer Review here.
Hi. Hello, James.
Hi, James.
Hello. Well, congratulations, both of you. It's a thrill to speak to each of you, but partly because I've watched the whole thing now and I haven't got anyone else to talk to who's seen it. And it really is, incredibly enjoyable. So, how familiar were each of you with Neil Gaiman's original comic books when you were approached about The Sandman, and why was it something that you wanted to devote your time to? Stephen, perhaps we'll start with you.
Well, I've known Neil as a friend for some time, and so I was aware that for most Gaimanites, The Sandman is probably his masterpiece, by several would say. No writer likes to hear that when it's especially something that started in 1987. He would hope that his latest piece is his masterpiece, but it is a staggering work of the imagination and of bringing together narrative threads of legend and myth in a unique and fascinating way. And I was aware of that, though I'm not as deeply as some kind of real Sandman freaks who absolutely know every beat of it. So in that sense, I was really enchanted to be asked to play the role of Gilbert, because to be a part of something so interesting and novel that TV has not seen before. But you were less familiar, weren't you?
Yes, I was. I wasn't familiar with it until I got the audition for it, and that was just great. I wasn't initially going to do it until I found out what was happening, what it was about. And then I was like, I have to be a part of it. And I think it's just, they're just those things where you just see them and you just know how good of a project this is, or how good of a comic this is, how good of a property it is. And it was one of those where it had such... Firstly, just an interesting concept, with all of these characters and these desire, death, dream, all of these, not really personifications, but just, these concepts, realized. And that was an amazing thing that I knew I wanted to be a part of. And I'm very thankful that I got to be a part of it.
Yes. Well, I love the journey that your characters both go on, both literally and figuratively. There's kind of a road trip movie kind of element almost, isn't there?
Yeah.
What did you enjoy about creating your on-screen relationships? It's really enjoyable to watch you both. What did you enjoy about kind of working together? I
think it was just a fun thing to do. We were just there. We were genuinely, we were always talking. He has so many stories to tell that I loved listening to. We would be there in the car on set, and would be just talking, and I'd be, hold on, was I driving at some point? I think I was pretending to drive. I can't drive yet, so I was just pretending to drive. And
I was doing the drive down to the hotel.
Yes, when you were together, you did some driving and
talking to great-grandmother Unity and things like that.
Yes.
But yeah, because Vanesu hasn't seen it yet, whereas I have. So I'm full of it, as you are. Sorry, when I say full of it, I don't mean in a bad sense. And it is, you do want to share it. And I hope that's what the audience will feel, because, it just makes you... To say it makes you think it might give the wrong signals that it's somehow an intellectual journey that you have to follow. It makes you think in the best sense. It makes you feel, if you like. And I mean, just you talking about that journey, and then you realize there's this episode devoted to a business convention of a kind the world has never seen before, that has all the sort of comedy and boring pretension of a convention in a hotel with name badges and things, but is so astonishing. If you remember that man who plays the Funland, the child killer. I mean, goodness, he's good, isn't he?
Yes.
And very creepy.
Yeah, they're all just so perfect in their roles. And Boyd Holbrook is magnificent. And so,
yes,
and it's the fact that each episode has its own qualities. We're so used to basically the long haul of a binge where you just have to have seen every episode to understand the next one. In this one, you don't. I can't wait for you to watch it.
Yes, almost different genres as we move on. Yeah, and Vanesu, just lastly for you, I think it's all too rare, even still, that we get to see young Black women at the center of stories, especially fantasy stories like this, what has a fantasy element as well. And I wondered what you made of that sort of representation. Maybe perhaps it made you think of what you would have felt of this, watching this series when you were younger, perhaps. I don't know. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I just wondered what you made of that.
Yeah, no, I think it was great. I was very happy about the representation. I was very happy. I was very thankful, to have booked this role. Alan, actually, we spoke about it, and Alan initially had mentioned that, the role and the size of the role and the journey that she went on, he thought it would be really nice to have a Black girl doing that. And I'm just thankful. I hope it opens more doors. I hope that I get to play many layered characters that aren't that, and I'm not restricted in choice. I mean, that might just be me, just being wishful, but I hope that it does, come to fruition. I think it's very important to see that. For me, I never really saw that. It's great. It's important, and different types of Black girls, not just one kind of Black girl, it's very important just so that loads of little Black girls believe that they can be the main characters as well. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think anyone watching it will think that there's been a sort of, to use that hideous word, a kind of woke agenda. It's just, it is a spectrum of human behavior, which is what the thing is about anyway. So it would be weird if it didn't have genderqueer people, if it didn't have people from different races and, all mixing together as humanity in the way that they do in life. So I'm very pleased to be a part of something like that is just so natural and easy.
Yes.
Well, Stephen, Vanesu, thanks so much. Congratulations again. Great to chat to you both.
Thanks.
Thank
Nice
you.
to talk to you. All the best. Bye.
Bye.